I mean, obviously, when the shots go in, everything looks a lot better. We've been taking some pretty good shots throughout the course of the season, and today we really talked about it yesterday at our practice. We can make the extra pass, get extra paint touches, get some post touches. We weren't getting our post guys the ball enough, and I think that put pressure on the defense. Davidson gave to their big guy, put pressure on us. Wesleyan gave to their big guy. He scored the first 12 points, and so there's something to be said. You get inside, you can put the pressure on the defense and maybe see how they have to adjust. But I like, 23 assists for us tonight. 10 turnovers, still less than we've had, but still the ones that we had, we sort of forced ourselves. But seeing the ball go through the basket obviously gives the guys confidence, and I did like our defensive intensity for about the last 30 minutes of the game.
The guy said that you really wanted to, you put a number of 58 to see 53. How important was that really to hold them under that?
Well, I mean, I just wanted them to shoot for something. I mean, sometimes you just go out defensively and we talk about getting stops, but you don't necessarily put a number on it. I don't know why we picked that number. I can't remember. Burke, I think, said the lowest that we held anybody maybe last year was 58. So we just sort of put that number out there. Our guys were obviously focused to try and do it. Wesleyan helped us out and missed some shots. They didn't make a single three-pointer. They did get to the line more than we did, so we need to keep them off the line because they got the reason they scored a lot of points in the second half was off offensive rebounds. They only had one offensive rebound and a half. They got 9 in the second half. You give teams an extra chance. You're tired. You're a little defeated when you get out that rebound, and they scored it. So we got to make sure that we're chasing down all those long rebounds because, yes, they missed some shots and they caromed out, but we got to go chase after those.
How important was it just to get Saturday out of the way and get back on the court today?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We watched film. Obviously, we didn't play the way we needed to. Davidson's a really good team. They made a bunch of threes against us like we made tonight. Sometimes you make threes, sometimes you miss, but the one thing that we need to have consistency on is effort on the defensive end, and I didn't think we had that at Davidson for whatever reason. It was their actions, was it their screening? Did they score 3 or 4 possessions in a row and we get down ourselves? But we need to make sure that we rectify that, and we did tonight. I think we sort of stayed the course. Even if Wesleyan got an offensive rebound, we still tried to battle. They might have scored, but I like that we just competed the whole possession.
It was like a 7-point game in the first half, and then Phillips kind of took off and really led this team. His ability to push the tempo, it really moves his team.
Yeah, obviously Kai and Shai both can attack. Shai is more explosive at the rim, so when he gets all the way to the basket, he just sort of finishes, and it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. They have to suck in, and so maybe he can find the open shooter. Where Kai, when he drives, a lot of times he's just looking for the open shooter. We've tried to get him to be more aggressive, just to go in and shoot the layup, but he's more confident and more comfortable, passing the open man, which is. There's nothing wrong with that. We just need to make sure that we're making the open looks. But Shai started tonight because Sims got a technical foul at Davidson, and I thought Shai did a good job. I started, three little guards, and they had a big guy. Number 4 was their 3-man, and he had a nice game. I mean, we had a tough time stopping him, Ricardo Bullock, and so. The matchups early sort of favored them with the lineup that I threw out there, but everybody on our team got a chance and they did some good things.
Jay held up precautionary for the injury.
Yeah. I guess he said when he came down after a layup on his left-handed layup, it just felt strange, and so Matt looked at him and said, "Hey, we might just hold him out for the rest of the half till we can get a thorough evaluation." And after they did a thorough evaluation, they said just hold him out for the whole second half. So we'll see tomorrow. Go to the doctor and find out what it is.
A little over midway through the first half, I think you called a timeout, and they finished the half on like a 25-7 run. How did the mentality out there change?
Well, I changed the defense because I said we're going to start double teaming the post. I said obviously AJ Fry is just too good for us to guard, and so if our big guys aren't going to step up and try and guard him one-on-one, we got to do something else because we saw what happened at Davidson. It snowballed on us, and we didn't make the change till halftime. I wasn't going to wait till halftime this time, and called the timeout, and we started getting out of his hands, and fortunately for us, they missed some shots. I think they did get some open looks that they probably normally knock down, and so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today it did.
Coach, is that going to kind of be the plan then going forward when you guys are kind of mismatched down low with the size? I saw you brought in Amaje. He played a little one-on-one against him in the low post, and you kind of switched back and forth. Is that something that we could see going forward when you guys have mismatches like that?
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, AJ is I think 6'6". Marty and Amaje are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". So I didn't think it was necessarily a mismatch. He made it look like a mismatch, and so we got to figure out a way to either use our quickness or hold our ground a little bit better. If not, yeah, we're going to work on double teaming and rotating and all those kinds of things that we need to do just in case that situation arises.
The effort that you said was missing at the Davidson game, is that something you can see in practice leading up to it? And if so, is that something different in practice this week?
Well, yeah, so we just had one practice, and it was yesterday, and the guys did have energy and effort, more so than they did against Davidson, but because we showed them film beforehand and talked about it, I said, I can live with anything. I just can't live with not giving enough effort. And, and they saw it on tape, so, they realized that for whatever reason, they got, who knows? It was just a bad game. And but offensively, we did work on attacking and feeding our teammates and talking about it and realizing, we had a graphic that we shot, 60% on our paint touch shots, and we shot 18% on our non-paint touch shots. Well, today, I bet all but 3 of our 3-pointers were probably on paint touches. So 17 of 27 from 3 off paint touch shots. I mean, the stats, you don't lie sometimes. That's what you got to do.
Jake was perfect from the floor tonight. How much do you feel like he's settled in?
Well, he's looked comfortable on the court, I thought, every game, no matter the situation, and which is great. He's looked comfortable in practice, but he hasn't been as aggressive in practice offensively as he is in the games in terms of attacking off the bounce. He has settled for threes like I wouldn't say he settled for threes today, but he made a three. The first one banked in, so probably he just needs to see the ball go through the basket. And since it went in that one time, he made his next 3, which were all really good shots off of paint touches. But yeah, it's great that he's comfortable. You never know how quick or how long it's going to take for freshmen to get comfortable, but Shai looks pretty darn comfortable. Amaje looks comfortable too. So I like that our 3 freshmen, are picking it up quicker than maybe most.
What can you say about the type of player Brent Jenkins is? I mean, obviously you heard the crowd reaction when he came in and then when he hit the 3. So the crowd loves him. What can you say about him as a player?
Well, he works hard. Obviously, he's got the respect of all of our guys. They want to see him get a chance. His role is to get our guys prepared every day in practice by playing hard. I think yesterday he got a bunch of offensive rebounds for just chasing the ball down. And so we had to tell our guys, you got to box out. Same thing's going to happen tomorrow. They're going to try and chase him down, and they're going to end up with him if you guys don't want it as bad as they do. So. I think there's always fan favorites here and there every year, and he's a fan favorite because they want to see him succeed.
A bunch of guys played really, really well today, Coach. What does this do for the 2 transfers specifically, in Mike and Brian? I know it seemed like Brian on the offensive end to start the season just didn't look comfortable, but he was also perfect from the field tonight. And him and Mike both, what does a game like this do for them going forward? Because obviously you're going to need those guys.
Yeah, hopefully it gives them confidence. I don't want them to stray away from what I think their roles should be. I think Mike needs to get it to a different gear because he can with his athleticism. And I keep on telling him to be more aggressive. But, once you get in there and draw 2 to get it to your teammate, I want you to be aggressive. I don't want you to force things. BT, same thing. He's a great athlete. And what he did today to get himself in the game was pick up that guard full court, and that got his juices going, and he didn't worry about the offensive side of things. He didn't worry about maybe creating too much. In the first half he did. He had a couple turnovers by just trying to do exactly that, drive into 2 people and not just make the easy play. Every time he made the easy play, you got an assist. Every time he tried to do too much or create for himself, maybe he turned it over. But I'm glad he saw the ball go through the basket. Yeah, I think anytime you see the ball go through the basket, it always gives you confidence. Sims is probably playing the most confident, well, he's shooting the best percentage. There's a lot to say about that.
What about just making the journey to DC and being able to take part in this battle of cap?
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Obviously, we're trying to do some sightseeing. It's going to be a quick trip. Don't know what the weather's going to be like, but go up there, play against a couple teams that we haven't played against before, a couple different styles. I just like playing different teams, different styles, trying to get us prepared for conference season. Playing obviously in a facility that the CA tournament is being held is going to be an advantage for us. Get used to that, or at least familiar with it. But yeah, it should be a great trip, and we're looking forward to it.